When people say, did you go to film school? I usually go, no, f that. That's usually my response. But of course, that's predicated on a certain amount of jealousy of people who could afford to go to film school, because obviously there's a lot of different things. I mean, there's so many different ways different people learn different things. For me, I hate authority in pretty much all of its forms. So feeling like going to film school felt just wrong for me. It just didn't. Not only did I not want to spend the exorbitant amounts of money that it costs to go, it just felt wrong for my personality. I want to be a stubborn man, and do things on my own. And I don't need help. I don't need to be taught. I'm just going to go do it. And that's what I did. I ended up spending the money I would have spent going to film school making a film. And so that's just. But yeah, it's a very complicated.
As far as going to film school, first of all, I have to say there's two things. One, not everyone is ready, or their personalities belong in academia. They're just not there. The second thing is you need to say, am I going to film production school or am I going to film studies school? Unfortunately, on the undergraduate level, there's more emphasis on the film studies side, which is theory and not really a whole lot of practice. If you're going to go and become a movie critic, film studies is the way to go. If your aspirations is to be a director, producer, writer, someone above line, then chances are you need to have a good balance between the theory and the production, because number one, you ask any producer, any director, if you're going to hire me, what is it that I need? Experience. And film school is a great way to get that experience. You should have access to facilities, to equipment, to mentors to say your stinks, or wow, that's really good, you really should submit that to a festival. And just basically be someone to bounce ideas off of. If you don't have those things, then that's not the school for you. Find a school that does have those things, and put it to practice. And as a student, time is your most valuable asset. It's not your camera, it is not your audio gear, it is time. That is your biggest asset that you have available to you. And film school does, because of the nature of film school, gives you and forces you to write. It forces you to produce if you're going to do something for the grade. So.
Yeah, I mean, I can't agree more. I'm coming from a bit of an interesting place because I did my undergrad at Rutgers, which was not a film school, but it was broadcast journalism and film studies and watching Jean-Luc Godard films, and I wanted to gouge my eyes out. I did get the hands-on experience there, which was great. I thought if I graduate and I could just go out in the world, oh yeah, I'll be like a DP and do like the DP thing and like freelance for 10 years, it'll be great. But then I just kind of on a whim, I decided I wanted to apply to film school, like a real film school, because I realized that my writing just wasn't good. I was just writing crap. The stuff I was shooting, I didn't really know why I was shooting. I was just kind of putting the camera there and like just filming what was in front of me as opposed to using the camera to like articulate what I'm trying to do with this shot. Mm-hmm. And I think that having been now at Columbia University Film School for 2 years, I didn't know the things that I didn't know. Like I didn't know that I was still missing out on just so much. Not just like the physical how I do things, but like why am I doing it? What's the grand career path I want to set for myself? Like who do I want to be as an artist? And to have that environment where you can try and fail. And now, like looking back, I couldn't have done it any other way.
One of the points David and I agree on is I think it's about personality. Like film school versus no film school, it's either personality or you're broke. That's it. You can pay for it or you can't, or you can't learn that way. Some people just don't have what it takes to be academics. The academia gets the people they can't. I don't think I missed out on anything because I'm just a go-getter. If I want something, I go out and get it. When it was mentors, people I needed to be up under or learn something from, I found them. That's what it was. Really, my knowledge, everything that I did came from experience, just being around it, picking up a camera, reading, and just being on set. Just from department to department and making friends in department and sharing information with people. So, no, I don't think I missed out on anything. I think people who go to film school, their biggest asset is, their connections.